Maybe you feel like you see ADHD and people talking about it everywhere now. And you might have heard people say, well, isn't everybody a little bit ADHD? We'll talk about that a little bit. Part of the reason why you're seeing it more and more often being brought up is that we've done more research and we have a better understanding of ADHD. We used to think it was a childhood condition. We used to think it primarily affected little boys. And now we know that's not the case, that this condition is chronic. It's part of your neurotype, it's part of the way your brain is formed and also functions. So, a difference in form and function in your brain isn't going to stop once you reach adulthood. And we also know now that it just presents itself different in different people. And so, across the board, anybody and everybody could have ADHD. It's not reserved for little boys anymore. So, once you understand that it could be adults and that it could be any gender, then that opens up the population exponentially. What about everybody's a little ADHD? Well, ADHD expresses itself in behaviors, and they're human behaviors. They're things that everybody does. The difference is the frequency and the intensity and the duration if you have ADHD. You might forget what you were going to say, or you might forget what you were going to go get if you go from one room to the next once a day. I can do it 20 times a day. I can forget what I was going to go do every time I walk out of a room into another space. So that's a completely different experience, right? Once in a while, yeah, everybody goes through that. Every time you walk through a doorway, that's something a lot different that you're dealing with and requires different management and different accommodations. But you have to have awareness to say, hey, this is something that could be affecting me, so that you can look into it so that you know better how to manage your life. So I think it's a great thing that we have a better understanding and better awareness of what ADHD is all about. And I'm really hopeful as we move towards the future that we gain an even better understanding and can be even more effective in our treatment and management and support.